Romper bumper, stomper boo. Tell me, tell me, tell me do. Magic mirror, tell me today. Are my friends ready for fun and play? Chilla D and first one in the room. Good to see you, Spencer. Good to see you, Franceschi. Good to see you, Retro Jesse. Good to see you, Tracy Taylor and Cowboy Coney. Welcome. Slay Bunny's in the house. Good to see you, Slay Bunny. You guys ready for a nice long... Jessica, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you, Dory. Hello. Welcome. That would have been funny. You guys ready for a tour? Good to see you, Emily, my neighbor. Mr. Bruce. A snowy walk around. We're going to start, at least, here in Central Park. Then we'll make our way around the island. Good to see you, Combe. Good to see you there, Phyllis. No, we're not taking a carriage ride. No carriage ride. I do not have that kind of money to do a carriage ride. Good to see you, Lewis. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see the park here. Let's see what's cooking here in Central Park today. Let's see what's cooking in the park. Good to see you there, Brooklyn Honcho. Good to see you, Owen and Griff in Vancouver, Canada. Good to see you. It is freakishly warm today. Good to see you, Miss Blee. It is freakishly warm today. Yes, we are looking for the coyote. Yes, we are looking for the coyote. We might end up in the 80s. Go up to Seneca Village. That's usually where the coyote is usually sighted. Up there. There you go, Combe. Good luck with the game. Yep, yeah, we had another coyote sighting. Coyote sightings happen every time, around this time every year. So, 420ing maybe, and what's cooking? A very warm New York. That's what's cooking. Good to see you, Lake Nona. Welcome. We're going to be here for a hot minute. Let's see how long I could go today. Yeah. Blue skies. I won't walk on thin ice there, Jacqueline. It's very warm out here. It's almost 50 degrees. So I don't have to worry about ice at all. Unless I decide to walk on the grassy areas. Well, welcome on into the show. It's so warm out here. I said to myself, let me do a long live stream. I had some business I had to attend to a couple of blocks away. So, yeah, warmer than Texas, ABX girl. Welcome. 4K Wanderers in the house. Good to see you, 4K. Yeah, almost 50 degrees. Did the unthinkable. You cut 11 inches of your beard off. Wow. Good to see you, Melly Pal. Wow, you cut off your beard, Griff. Griff had a beautiful beard. Well, it will grow back in a few months. It will grow back in a few months. I feel like I overdressed a little bit, Brooklyn Honcho, but that enables me to walk a lot slower. Your favorite live streamer. Good to see you, Katya. Thank you so much. Going to enjoy the park and then some today. I think we might even do the High Line in a little bit. Good to see you, John Law. Welcome. We're just going to do my patented walk around Central Park right now. Do the loop here today. But I had some business I had to attend to this morning here in Midtown. So I said to myself, you know what? I have all my stuff with me. I have my batteries. I have my gimbal. Might as well do a nice long live stream today because I have nothing else planned today. Nothing else planned. The meeting went very well. You still got 1.5 feet of beard left. Good. All right, good. You didn't cut off the whole thing. Good. Good. You didn't cut off the whole thing. That's good. Well, welcome, Tracy. Welcome on into the show. The Kate Wallman Rink right over here. The Kate Wallman Rink. Let's first go down to the Gatsbo Bridge. But it is freakishly warm out here. When I left my house this morning, I was like, oh my God, it is so warm. And then while I'm in my meeting, the sun came out. I was like, oh my God, the sun is out. I forgot what it looks like, Emily. I forgot what the sun looks like. So I said to myself, I better enjoy this because I know the next 3 days are going to be kind of crappy. We have another storm coming in. So you got a new computer, congratulations. Got a little bit of ice. Cute as slushy ice. The sun will come out mañana. Bet your bottom dollar that mañana there'll be sun. The sun will come out mañana. Da 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 mañana. Ooh, got a snowman out there. Look at that. Mañana, mañana. I love you. Look at a snowman. I like how it's perched on the rock. It looks so cool. It all depends on what kind of storm it is, Brooklyn Honcho. If it's mostly snow, then yes. But if it's a very wet kind of storm, then probably not. It's very hard to live stream when it's like a wet kind of a storm. If it's anything very wet, then probably not. Let's hang out here in the Gatsbo Bridge. I see the Plaza Hotel. Plaza Hotel's right there. 432 Park Avenue, peering up above the GM building right there. And this area is called The Pond. No special name, just The Pond. And when I was a bike messenger, I would sit on top of this rock right here and eat my lunch. There's a little notch in the rock that kind of makes it like a bench, so you could actually sit and sit upright on the top of that rock. Bienvenue, Nebul, bienvenue. Everyone follow Nebul. He's a great YouTuber in the south of France. Look, Nebul, we got sun. I almost forgot what it looked like. I almost forgot what it looked like. I almost forgot and it's so warm out here. I forgot how warm the sun could get. I almost forgot how warm it could get. So let's enjoy the warmth here. Well, let's walk around the park here and let me exorcise the demons from this little section right here. This is where the infamous snowball incident happened. But today, don't have to worry about walking on ice. Brooklyn Honcho with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much for the coffee money. And thank you so much for sponsoring the subway ride to and from here today. A giant yellow ball in the sky? What? What? Me too, Phyllis. Good to see you there, Ken. 17 degrees in San Antonio. It is like 50-something degrees, or approaching 50 degrees here in New York. I'm already sweating. Thank God I didn't wear the thermal this morning. No Benny Hills there today. Hello, Roy the Tiger. Welcome. I'm in Central Park. We're going to be here for a hot minute today. 12 degrees in Toronto. That's nice and cold. It's amazing that Toronto and San Antonio have a similar temperature. And somehow New York gets squeezed out with 50 degrees. Go figure that one out. That's right. There you go, 4K. The balls in the sky. The balls in the sky. Let's see what's cooking here at the Kate Wallman rink. You could hear the water. The water's all draining from all the snow that's melting. Let's see what's... Snowy Owl could be found 90th Street. 90th Street, the northern end of the reservoir. He loves the North Pump House for some reason. Have a good one, man. 11 degrees out there in Michigan. Good to see you, Susan. Yeah, we're looking for the Snowy Owl. Snowy Owl's up by 90th Street. The 90th Street Pump House, the North Pump House of the reservoir. So we will be looking for the Snowy Owl amongst the coyote, the Kate Wallman Rink, and the towers of Billionaires Row. In the center of the screen, the tallest building, 432 Park Avenue, the thinnest skyscraper in the world, the Steinway Tower. Good to see you there, Brian Davis and Miss Cecilia. The building that started it all, 157 West 57th Street. Right there in the middle of the screen, 220 Central Park South, with the highest occupiable floor in North America. As my wiring gets a little bit messed up here, let me fix my wiring. Good to see you from the Outer Banks. 67 degrees in the Outer Banks. Nice. Any chance of visiting Cleopatra's Needle? You want to see Cleopatra's Needle? You got it. You got Cleopatra's Needle. How about that? We will go to see Cleopatra's Needle. We will go see Cleopatra's Needle. How about that? I'll be back in Coney Island probably on Friday. But we're always in Coney Island, you know. This channel here, we are always in Coney. So, we are always down there. A really cool view, right? That's like the view. Now time to walk through some water. Good thing I have my boots on. I almost didn't wear my boots today. But I told myself, you know what? Everything is melting, so there's going to be lots of water around. You know what, Torquay? We will go to Times Square. We will go to the Petri dish that is Times Square. Yes, we will. We'll go through Hudson Yards. So I'm thinking we might walk all the way down to the Highline Park and maybe further. Lots of puddles, Jim. Lots of puddles. I'm thinking we may do all of this in just one long stream today. There should be some tourists out there. I am the king of Coney, that's right. That's why I said we're wandering Manhattan. Because who knows where we're going to end up in Manhattan. I have really nothing planned today. Oh, great, children. As I call them, brats. So this is the Chess and Checkers house. Formerly Kid Mountain, the only formal play area here in Central Park. Literally a rock with some handles in it. Let the kids climb around. Paul, usually get your passport renewed. Usually go in July. Oh, good luck with that, Paul. Hello from Council Bluffs, Iowa. Good to see you, Edward. Yeah, I know, we'll keep away from the children's. Quickly pass through the children's here. Brian, you're so nice, Brian. Here's the dairy, one of the 4 original buildings for Central Park. No, you don't need a passport to go to Coney Island. Unless you're not from the States. Happy Mardi Gras. Right? Lent's coming up, right? We got Fat Tuesday. Oh no, tomorrow's Ash Wednesday. So is today Fat Tuesday? Today's Fat Tuesday. Oh my God. Thank you for reminding me. So the Chess and Checkers house, during the springtime and the summertime, you could borrow a chess or checkers board for free from the Chess and Checkers house. Formerly Kid Mountain. Ooh, it's warm out here, man. It's warm. That's Fat Tuesday. I should have put Fat Tuesday in Manhattan. I'll give you more views. Good to see you, Lorraine. Feliz, hello. Here's 65th Street. Gotta look for some king cake. I'm gonna be on the hunt for some king. If I see king cake being sold anywhere along our walk today, I am buying it. And we're eating some king cake. And if you don't know what king cake is, it's a kind of a cake that has a little baby, a little like a baby, like a toy, plastic baby embedded in it. And I forgot what happens when you find the baby. Shrove Tuesday in England. You guys are pancake tossing out there? Interesting. Yeah, New Orleans cake. King cake. Ooh. Ooh, I see Columbus is having a rave. Gonna DoorDash you some pancakes? Nice. Nice. Oh, we're speaking French. Can't speak French, but bienvenue. L'allée c'est bon tempus rouler. Ouais. Ouais. Unfortunately, our grid marker bolt underneath the snow. I don't feel like digging around for it, so. Hello, good landscape. Are you in Laponi? Yes, I am in Laponi. This is the mythical land of Laponi. I am looking for... It's actually the Lenape are the original owners of this landscape here, the Lenape Indians. I like how the security light here is flashing for Columbus, as if Columbus is in a rave. He likes to move it, move it. He likes to move it, move it. He likes to move it, move it. He likes to move it. That thing's blinging like crazy. You're jealous of the warmth. Well, it's only going to be this warm for one day, Susan. How long have I been posting walks? I've been doing live streams for over 5 years. So I'm not a walking YouTuber. I'm more than a walking YouTuber. But I've been doing live streams for 5 years. And I have been here on YouTube since live streaming began over 3 years ago. So I was actually on YouTube live stream, the first week it was introduced. So I've been doing this for a hot minute. Lots of replays. Lots of replays. I know, me neither. I hate that term walking YouTuber, because it's like, I'm not a walking YouTuber. I'm a tour guide. I'm not walking around here with Wikipedia printed out. SOS. What's SOS? Good to see you, Jurgen. That's a good ABBA song. So if you hear me, darling, can you hear me? SOS. Na 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 na. SOS. When you're gone, carry on. Na 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 na. That's right, Sir Robert Burns on the left. Good ABBA song. Yes, Sir Robert Burns right over here, and Sir Walter Scott right over here. Two notable Scottish authors. It's called In Real Life. Thank you, Surf Dog. I'd rather be called an IRL live streamer. Thank you so much, Surf Dog. I'm definitely an IRL live streamer, because, you know, I rode roller coasters and read all the comments. That was my thing. Dancing Queen, great song. But this is the only straight pathway in all of Central Park. Now, I heard some people attempt to describe how the mall was used. Good to see you there, Dave. Hear a voice of an angel, that's right. So, a couple of things, folks. When you read from Wikipedia, some of these things you have to take with a grain of salt, because remember that anyone could edit Wikipedia. So the first thing I'm going to mention is, how did they use the mall here when the park first opened up? Well, Central Park opens up in 1858, And in 1858, the city is pretty far south from here. The city only comes up to about as far as 42nd Street. The rest of the way, you had to hire a private cab to get up here. Now, for the first 10 years the park is open, from 1858 to 1868, nearly 50% of all park users have their own private carriage. Well, who has their own private carriage in the 1860s? Well, the top 5% earners. The top 5 richest people in New York are basically the only ones that are able to get up here and enjoy the treasures and beauty of Central Park. And here at the mall, this is where they promenaded their wealth, if you will. And what they did was they walked up and down this pathway here, and they promenaded their wealth, and they showed off, and they talked amongst other people amongst these benches here. Some 9,000 benches can be found here in Central Park. Now, I read, or I saw on live stream, not going to say who did it, but he was mentioning that this pathway here is wide enough. This pathway is wide enough to have carriages come down and turn around. That is a misnomer. That is not correct. Where you brought your carriage down was actually another pathway over here on the other side. And I'm going to show you that right now, because this is where you walked. You walked over here, you promenaded here, you parked your carriage over there. So do I hold the camera in my hands? No, we're on a gimbal. Yes, the snow is slowly but surely melting. It is very warm out here, guys. 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So it is very warm. But here is where you actually parked, or you parked obviously with your driver. Good to see you, sir. Walk a lot. You parked your carriage over here. Here's where you park. One of two places. Either here, along this drive over here, or there's another hill over there called Cherry Hill, which we're going to see in a little bit. Yeah, 50 degrees. Feeling great, Robert. Ladies. That's right. We're going to go back to the ladies in a second. I just want to show you guys where the carriages were actually parked. Supreme Testify, good to see you. Yeah, 44 in parts of Brooklyn. It's getting up to 50 today here in New York. It's getting up to 50. So here is the pathway where you park, and it's actually underneath all this snow. It's underneath all this snow. But let me, how am I gonna get across this here without sliding away over here? Oh, okay, this has traction. This has traction. Okay, this is walking in a little bit of slush here. But this is where you park your carriage. And this pathway, yes, was wide enough to turn around your carriage. This is why you have people who pretend to be tour guides, and then you have actual tour guides like me who actually do this for a living. So here is where you park your carriage, right here. Your carriage came in off the center drive, and you park. You see how wide it is? And over here, this is the sheep's meadow. Good to see you, Ralph Rosa. But you see how wide this pathway is? Pathway is almost as wide as the main drive. And this is where you parked your carriage, and then you walked over to the mall to promenade and show off your wealth. So they never rode their carriages down that mall pathway ever. Too narrow. And plus, do you really want to look at horse shit when you're sitting down in your nice bench at the mall? I don't think so. I don't think so. So I almost wanted to do just Central Park and call it How Do You Use Central Park, but I said, heck it, I want to do a really long live stream today. Heck it. So you're gonna get Central Park and more. You gotta get Central Park and then some today. So if you've never been to New York and it's your first time seeing this live stream, you might want to stay tuned because you're gonna see a lot of shit. All right. Now, good to see you there, Norm. Yeah, another 8 inches, maybe over the weekend. So let's see. Everyone follow Nabul. Oh, it's warm out here. It is so warm out here. Holy cow. I hope we get like, you know, another 6-8 inches will be nice. Exactly. I just buy bigger apartments. You're more than welcome, Ken. No, I saw somebody walking around here with Wikipedia printed out, and it's like, ugh. You see how narrow the mall pathway is? You would never be able to ride a carriage down this. Good to see you, Muhammad, out there in Iran. This is where you hung out. This is where people played music. This is where people wore their Sunday best. Oh, it will be a flood, Chris. Yes, it's already flooding, Chris. Chris loves talking about crashing and flooding. Chris is such an uplifting human being. I know, right? Still got Dead Horse Bay. Dead Horse Bay, John. Dead Horse Bay. Yeah, you attended Wiki University? Yeah. Here's the women's rights pioneers. Many statues of great men, and finally some statues of famous women. Cynthia M with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Cynthia, for the $5. Sojourner Truth, Susan B. Anthony, Elizabeth Cady Stanton. I love this statue. There's little hints in this statue of what they're doing here. And if you look here really close, let me show you. And they got the Declaration of Sentiments there. And evidently on their table, the paper has some stuff written on the table. But I will give anything to get a little bit higher to see what's on that table. Maybe I'll get a friend from the Central Park Conservancy to let me get up there. But let's continue on. Finally have some statues of famous women. Before that, it was only fictional women like Juliet, Alice in Wonderland, who we'll see in a little bit. And of course, our angel, who we're just going to see next. So this right here, the mall, the only straight pathway in all of Central Park. This grove here is one of the largest groves of great American elm trees outside of Washington, D.C. There's roughly 400 great American elm trees here in this area of the park. You could find roughly 3,000 great American elm trees all across Central Park. And these trees are original to the park. They were planted here between 1855 and 1856. Digging out there in Lansing, yeah. A lot of snow has beset this country the last few weeks. So you got that motor. Got the Gimble motor in the shot. Can you hear me, darling? Can you hear me? SOS. That song's gonna be stuck in my head now. It's Fat Tuesday, baby. Fat Tuesday. You see, now you got me in the mood for Taco Bell when I go home. I want to get some Taco Bell when I go home. But do I wear my sunglasses at night? Yes, I do. Respect the face. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I want to be cool. Yeah, Johnny Mocha. Good to see you, Johnny Mocha. Did somebody say Taco Bell? Whoa, Jacqueline. No, absolutely not Jacqueline. Jacqueline, Seneca Village is roughly along 8th Avenue between 82nd Street and 89th Street. We're just above 67th Street right now. So Seneca Village was way further up. And one of the first things that kind of destroyed Seneca Village was the Croton receiving reservoir. So the Croton Aquifer was built in 1812. And that kind of cut the community in half. And then the park construction began in 1855. But there's a pretty cool Octopus. All right, that's pretty cool. We have an octopus over here made of snow, holding up very well considering how warm it is. And then over here, I think we had that. It was a dove or a swan. Well, they're all little nubs now. Can't see them. It did rain a lot this morning. That's what melted a lot of the snow. It was raining like crazy very early this morning. Fat Tuesday pancakes. Now you're talking. Which gimbal do I have? I have the Osmo 3. And all the information of all my live streaming gear is in the description below. Yeah, this octopus is surviving long. It's pretty cool. They made that octopus very well, considering it was able to survive the rain overnight. Here's the Nuremberg band shell. Jimi Hendrix played here. Grateful Dead played here. A very young and unknown Bob Dylan played there. And they did use eminent domain, a very early form of it. And a lot of people in Seneca Village, they owned their land, and they were hardly squatters. But unfortunately, in the media, to clear the land out a little bit easier, they did say in the media that they were squatters, and that could be hardly from the truth. Which boots do I wear? I wear the Timberland Chilberg boot, the Chilberg boot from Timberland. They're waterproof, they're insulated, and they have pretty good grips on them. And when you hear my boots squeak, that's because of all the sand and salt in the treads of the boot. Kind of makes a squeaking sound. That's how you know it's winter. Oh, it's lovely here in the park. Lovely. Seneca Village was African American. It's one of the largest free African American villages in the United States. Basically, in the early 1800s, like 1809, they began to sell the lots up there. And a lot of people who bought the lots at the time were going under different names because African Americans were not allowed to own land until 1825. So they started acquiring the land. And then by 1825, the whole neighborhood began to come together. Good to see you, James Germain. Welcome. Ooh, slush. Go right through the slush here. Going right through the slush here. All right. Woo! Let's take in the screenshots here. Let me put you guys down for a second because I want to rub my nose. Oh, wow. Looks cool. Look at that. Postcard indeed. All right. Let me see how this. Gotta secure my wire. All right. Oh, what a lovely day it is here in the park. It is so warm out here, guys. Girl in the cut, good to see you. It is so warm out here, guys. Holy cow. I should have put on suntan lotion. I should have put on suntan lotion. All right, let's go through the arcade and see what it's like in the arcade right now. Bethesda Arcade. This entire landscape here was designed by Jacob Ray Mould in 1871. As you make your way around the landscape here, If you look at the carvings really close, all the carvings as you make your way around the landscape here reference all the 4 seasons of the year. Good to see you, Alex. Yeah, get on out, Alex. We've got to take advantage because this weekend it's not going to be the best weather. Or actually tomorrow. I heard tomorrow night's not going to be the best weather. Good to see you. Welcome. I'll see you later, Ken. Have a great day. Yeah, and it got dumped on there, I heard. Good to see you, Gavin. I heard you guys got some snow up there in Toronto. Good to see you, Michelle King. Good morning. Or now, good afternoon. It's already past 12. It's already past 12 o'clock. Okay, let's navigate down these steps here. Me too, Owen. Bienvenidos, Argentina. Na, na. Ooh, he's playing How Deep Is Your Love? How deep is this damn snow? 'Cause we're living in a world of fools breaking us down, and they all should let us be. Have I ever made a short film? I made a couple of short films, 4K. I worked in a documentary that was technically a short film. And then I worked on a couple other short films. I worked on a terrible romantic comedy named The Great Pretender. And what else? Then I've done some stuff about urban renewal here in New York. Here's our Angel of the Waters. Hand outstretched, blessing the waters of Bethesda. Built to commemorate the opening of the Croton Aquifer and the first piece of sculpture art for the city of New York designed by a woman. Emma Stubbins designed this. Oh yeah. Rather ordinary looking angel. She was so ordinary looking that she was the critics kind of panned her when she was unveiled. Me too, girl in the cut. Me too. Okay, I have a studio audience here trying to walk with me here with the dog, so I'm gotta wait here. Have some people who want to walk with me. So I just stop. Okay, they're going down that pathway. So the pathway there, going down. It always happens when you get into tour guide mode. You always get that studio audience who wants to walk with you. Listen, you guys want to walk with me, just give me $20 and then you can follow me around all you want. Me too, Sarah. Me too, Sarah. The phone really does make the difference. This is a little spot. This is my favorite spot right here. I'm reminiscing again of the gates of Central Park. At this very moment, 16 years ago, there was over 15,000 brightly colored orange gates here in the park. And they paid me $15 an hour to be a gateskeeper. And this is one of my favorite sections, was right here. Yeah, I got a new phone, 4K. Got a new phone. The Twin Towers of the San Remo Apartments. It's like a spring day out here. Tell you what. And then over here, this is the Ramble. The most wooded area here in the park. The great bird watching up there. And then as we come down off the little hill here, that little green building off in the distance, that's the Loeb Boathouse. It's like spring out here. It's so beautiful. I'm actually sweating, guys. I'm actually sweating. Okay. Yep, 12 Pro. 12 Pro. Bicycle. Tony Bicycle. I like that. Hey, it's Tony Bicycle over there. Hey, Tony Bikes. I love clever usernames. Shout out to everyone who has clever usernames. You're watching on your TV. I couldn't imagine it's so clear. We should be on 5G. So the 5G definitely works. Or helps. Gotta walk underneath the trifoil arch right now. Yeah, ain't got no sugar daddies, baby. No sugar daddy, baby. Holy crap, it's so warm out here. Holy shit, it's so warm out here, guys. Holy crap. My jacket is wide open. I have my vents opened on the jacket. Wow, it's so warm out here. I'm almost ready to put my jacket in my bag, but I know that once I put my jacket in my bag, I'm gonna get cold. It's all I have it on is a t-shirt. Vicariously living from Sardosa? Welcome. What's the temperature? We're approaching 50 degrees. We're at 50 degrees. There's going to be a weather check. So the weather will come up in the chat. Making our way up the east side of the park now. We're going to go up to the Conservatory Water and then say hello to Alice in Wonderland. And then I'll get a really good workout and I'll make my way up to Cleopatra's Needle. Good to see you, Dave. Welcome. Welcome to a very warm New York City. Freakishly warm here in New York. Freakishly warm. Good old, here's my friend Hans Christian Andersen. Hans. Just chilling out here. He's just chilling. And as we turn around here, the Conservatory Water. If you ever saw the movie Stuart Little 2, this is where they have the boat chase in Stuart Little 2. And you may notice something missing from the movie Stuart Little 2. And that's there. In the movie, there's an arch over there that takes you into the other side of the lake here in the park. Obviously, that's not here. Have I smelled any Mary J since I set foot in the park? Not yet. Not yet, 4K. Not yet. I will let you know. Good to see you, Nancy. Welcome. But when we come out here in summertime, we'll see people go what's it called, miniature yachting here in the conservatory garden, in this conservatory water. Let's go say hello to Alice. Let's go say hello to Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, but you always smell people smoking weed out here, girl in the cut. But it might be a little bit too early for that. The hardcore people might not be out until later. Good to see you, Judith. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, do they really have weed vending machines? That's amazing. That's how you know we live in the future. Guess what, Tony? If you stay tuned, you're going to see a huge chunk of New York City. After Central Park, we're going to make our way down to Times. We're going to walk down Broadway, down Times Square. We'll then make our way over to the Hudson Yards. We're then going to, after that, walk down the Highline Park. And if I have the energy, who knows where we will go after the Highline Park. Good to see you, Dylan. I'm feeling a 3-hour live stream today. Or maybe 4-hour live stream. Who knows? It's been a hot minute since I've been up here into the city. And it's nice and warm. So I don't have to go pee every 20 minutes. Here she is. The gift to the children of the city of New York. Here is Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland, the money for this was put together by George Delacorte. George Delacorte, the creator of the Delacorte Theater. Shakespeare in the Park. And we can see good old George. George is here in the statue. That's him playing the Mad Hatter right there. And without George Delacorte, we would not have our Delacorte Theater. But this was a memorial to his wife, Margarita, who passed away just a few years before. And that is a beautiful bird. Let me see if I can get a shot of this bird for you guys. A little blue bird here. There you are. You're loud. You're loud, little blue bird. Look at that. Look how cute he is. He's fast, too. Little fast mover there. So, in 1945, Joseph Papp, the founder of the Public Theater. It's a blue jay, right? Little blue jay. It's beautiful. Oh, look at that. Here we go. There we got a good shot. Oh, don't fly away. Don't fly away. You're so pretty. Damn it. Anyway, it's a loud blue jay. So in 1945, Joseph Papp, founder of the Public Theater, started these impromptu shows on the Great Lawn. And Shakespeare in the Park was born. By the 1950s, you could easily get up to 1,100 people, 2,000 people coming to these free performances. So they were kind of messing up the lawn. And then Parks Commissioner Robert Moses, as all of us New Yorkers love and hate him, he decided to have Shakespeare in the Park banned from the park in 1960. And he basically said, oh, if you can build a stage for them, then you can bring it back. So, I think it was 1 million people signed a petition to bring Shakespeare in the Park back. And then the Delacorte Theater, George Delacorte, the founder of Dell Publishing, he got the money together to build the theater for Shakespeare in the Park. And Shakespeare in the Park came back to Central Park in 1962. Did I ever think about venturing to Connecticut? It depends on, depends, Tony. I had to have a reason to go there. I just don't go places just to walk them. I go to places for art, for performance, for all that kind of stuff. So there has to be a reason for me to go there. We're going to take a walk down by the lake right before we get to Strawberry Fields. It's not a walking show. It's not a walking show. It's much more than just walking. I mean, you love the parks, Central Park in your hometown. You can. The instructions are on the internet. All you need is 27,000 trees, 9,000 benches, 3,000 plants, shrubs, and bushes. We used 166 tons of gunpowder to sculpt the glacier rock here in the park. That is more gunpowder that was used in the Battle of Gettysburg. There's underneath me 100. And if we walk all the pedestrian pathways here in the park, you would have walked 58 miles. Kind of amazing. Buffering a bit. Hang on in there if it's buffering. I did not get any signal here on my end that I'm having a signal issue. But I'm from Brooklyn. I am from Brooklyn. Yes, Coester's correct, yeah. I saw that movie, really good movie. Can I walk through here? Because I want to go straight. Oh, we can walk through here. You're doing great, Ronald. Let's see. Let's go around. I'm enjoying this vitamin D. Like you have no idea. The Toronto walking show. The Toronto walking show there, eh? Featuring all your favorite Toronto people. I'm not going to go to It's Sugar in It's a corporate chain that could be found anywhere. Where I will go in Coney Island is Phillips Candy. Phillips Candy. Well, actually, Phillips Candy Store, they moved to Staten Island, but Williams Candy has been around since the 50s. And we are really meandering now. We are really meandering. So now I'm all the way up by 80 84th Street, coming up to the Natural History Museum. Yeah, Williams Candy is right next door to Nathan's, correct. And they're lovely people in there. I know half of the people who work in there. So we're coming up to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. That's that building right here. And we're going to cut across, and we're going to go say hello to Cleopatra's Needle. Economy Candy. We were there the other day, Nancy. I was by Economy Candy the other day. How many weeks? That was maybe 2 weeks ago. We were down there. We were wandering around Lower East Side. There was a musician playing from a bar window. And that's what we went to go see. All right. Actually, let's see what it's like in front of the museum here. I haven't been here in a few months. Let's see what it's like over here. And we'll just walk right behind the museum here. Hello, greetings there, Joe. Welcome. It's the drive at 86th Street. Wow. Kind of sad to see how empty it is around the museum here. Usually it's, even during the winter time, teeming with activity. Not so much today. All right, let's go back into the park. Now, a lot of people don't notice, but part of the Gates exhibit were to show off the fact that almost every entrance has a name, and they're called gates. And here's one gate right here. We're going to walk through the Miners Gate right here. Obelisk is a hidden gem. I wouldn't call it a hidden gem there, Loafer Wolf. Cleopatra's Needle is quite well publicized, so I wouldn't call it necessarily a hidden gem. Well, let's go say hello to Cleopatra. Even though the obelisk has nothing to do with Cleopatra. Oh, you missed Rob. Was he the mayor? Was he the mayor? I know, yeah, it is a misleading term. Absolutely, you go up to the rooftop up here. It's an amazing view from up there. I did that live stream 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, right before YouTube got live streaming. I did that. I live streamed from the roof of the Met. They had a house made of bamboo at the time up there. Brooklyn Honcho with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much for the $5 there, Brooklyn Honcho. We're just getting started here with our walk. We're just getting started. Oh, well, now we're already an hour into the walk, but let's go say hello to the Cleopatra's Needle over here. Let's see, where should I go? Yeah, we'll do this way here. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's right. Was he the one who, like, he got drunk or something like that on film? And people were like, oh, it's the mayor. Don't give him a pass.
Is there a museum right there on the 3rd Street?
I don't know, is there?
And crack too. Oh, look, there it is. Nope, not wearing gloves. He's playing a Caribbean song. If I would have known the lyrics of the song, I would have sang along. Good to see you there, Ricky. All right, a little bit of merengue. No, I think that's the Caribbean song. That's a Caribbean song. Here it is. The oldest object in any New York City park, Cleopatra's Needle. Cleopatra's Needle was commissioned by King Ramses III in 1450 BC, roughly 1500 years after before Cleopatra was born. So this literally has nothing to do with Cleopatra. And the inscription on all four sides, it's the same. It's basically a tribute to the king, and not Elvis Presley, but the king at the time. And this was brought over here in 1867. Now, this obelisk flanked the entrance to Heliopolis, and the other sister or brother obelisk, that's on the banks of the Thames River in London. And then there's an obelisk twice the height of this, which was in the center of Heliopolis, and that is on the Champs-Élysées in Paris. And they all came out here around the same time. And then one obelisk is still left over in Egypt. And it was a way for the Egyptian government to get some funding. And evidently they didn't care about their antiquities too much. So, but the Egyptian government in the early 2000s did threaten to take back the needle when they noticed the state that the needle was in. Its transport over here nearly destroyed it. So, and we were worried that it was lost at sea at one point. But Cleopatra's Needle, right there. Actually, go back to my replays, because when we were in Flushing Meadows Corona Park, we saw the column of Jerash, and that is the second oldest object in any New York City park. So here's the first. Go to my replay, and you'll see the second. Kind of amazing. And you also see the world's largest architectural scale model over there at the Queen's Museum. But Cleopatra's Needle. Oh, now he's playing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. All right, let's go say hello to let's go say hello to the other king, King Jagiello, which is right down the road here. And since we're talking about World's Fairs, what is up with people walking right towards me lately? People literally walking right towards me, looking at me like, you got in my way. Like, no, ma'am. You're walking into my direction here. Anyway. Why is there a statue of the King of Poland here in the middle of Central Park? Well, in 1939, we had a World's Fair, the 1939-40 World's Fair. And there was a Polish pavilion. And the Polish pavilion featured this lovely statue that we're coming up to right now. Now, in 1940, Poland ceased to exist because it was invaded by Germany. So at the end of the fair, the original idea was to bring this statue back to Poland, to Warsaw. Couldn't happen. So in 1941, they bring the statue to where it is right now here in Central Park, with the idea that they will eventually be returning it back to Poland. Well, in the end, the Polish government's like, you know what, guys? You took care of the statue long enough. Keep it. So here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a close-up look of King Jagiello. I love this statue. It's legitimately one of my favorite statues here in the park. Holding his swords up high. We're not talking about the Titanic, Roar of the Tiger. We're not talking about that. We're talking about World War II, not World War I. Lusitania was World War I. Lusitania, and we will see where the Lusitania docked when we get to the end of the Highline Park. But Lusitania was a ship that was bombed on its way out to Europe by a German U-boat, and that brought the United States into World War I. So, yeah, I am a New York City tour guide. That's why I know all this nonsense. Let's go up to, let's walk up to Belvedere Castle. Let's go to Belvedere Castle. Glad you're enjoying, Ricky. Did I know that the English gave in 60? Andrew, that's common knowledge, Andrew. That's common knowledge. It was a birthday present for the Duke of York, for the brother's bastard, for the brother of the Duke of York, his bastard brother. So that's an easy one. You know, 18 ships packed full to the brim with cannons, one day in 1664 entered New York Harbor. The then town manager of New Amsterdam, Peter Stuyvesant, him and his peg leg were like, we're gonna fight the British. Well, before they could even fire a single cannonball shot, the people of New Amsterdam gave Mr. Stuyvesant a proclamation basically saying that we're not going to lift a finger to fight against the British. And so New Amsterdam became New York over the course of a weekend 354 years ago. Good to see a lockload. And no poor Dutch settlers. They were burned out of New Amsterdam 3 times by the Lenape, and their whole town was made out of wood. So they knew that 18 ships from the British will destroy the town in a matter of an hour. So, and the Dutch settlers weren't exactly the best people either. So let's get that in mind too. Just a few years after the Dutch settle New Netherland, at some point, slaves outnumber free people, which is insane. I always think about that, like how do you live in a place where there's more enslaved people than free people? It's wild. Here's the Count's house. If you ever seen the old episodes of Sesame Street, here's where the Count lives. At different times. So we used 166 tons of gunpowder to sculpt the rock, and there were lots of leftover rock left. And with that leftover rock, we built many of the structures and bridges in the park, like Belvedere Castle here in 1871. This is a workout right here. This is always a workout, this last little bit right here. And you can see how much it's melting. Look how much it's melting right now. Look at all that water. Yeah, this is where the Count lives. Whenever you see that picture of the castle, that's Belvedere Castle. Ooh, into the slush I go. Let's take this in. Welcome to the second highest point in all of Central Park, Vista Rock and Belvedere Castle. Good to see a horror fan. Welcome. Thank you so much for the kind words. This is also one of the oldest weather stations in the United States. No, Central Park is the 5th largest park in New York City. Pelham Bay and Van Cortlandt Park are the largest parks in New York City. Vista Rock, baby. Let's just take this in for a little bit while I gotta wipe down all this. Zoom in just a little bit for you guys. There it is. There's the great lawn off in the distance out there. The Great Lawn is where Simon and Garfunkel had their reunion. This is where the Pope spoke to 500,000 people. Pope John Paul II spoke to 500,000 people on the Great Lawn. But my favorite, July 23rd, 1983. This is where Diana Ross plays in a thunderstorm. Good to see you there, Robert Edmondson, with a $5 super chat. Any insight on the impression during the British occupation? Well, the British occupation was quite interesting. The British occupation were... What? Oh, when the British occupied New York Well, when they ruled over New York, then later on occupied it for a couple of years, from 1776 to 1783. It was an interesting time. The main takeaway I take away from the British era is one, the population really expanded and exploded, and two, the British with all their tanneries completely destroyed the ecology of New York Harbor. So they really did destroy. If the British did anything, they destroyed the harbor and all of its abundance and wealth and cleanness and food and all that good stuff. And the big dog pound won with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Big Dog, for the $5 super chat. Good to see you, SJ. Welcome. All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Yeah, we're not going to talk about other live streamers, please. Don't say that somebody else is on. I'll just shut off the live stream and I'll end the stream. If you're going to talk about somebody else, might as well not be on, right? Oh, I'm sweating like crazy over here. It's so warm. All right, well, let's go see a little bit of Seneca Village. We're just outside of it. So we're just outside of Seneca Village. And actually, if you look over here, this is the Delacorte Theater down here. That's the Delacorte Theater, where we have our Shakespeare in the Park, and hopefully we'll have another Shakespeare in the Park season next year. Me and my mom usually sit right about there. All right, cool view, right? Vista Rock here at Belvedere Castle. All right, let's make our way through the Ramble. We're gonna walk through the Ramble now, and we're gonna make our way out to the west side. Elton John, 1980, correct, Owen? Many people have played there. Elton John's performance was so kind of normal compared to other concerts that I don't remember too much from Elton John. But Diana Ross, I remember every second of that. Because she's singing, reach out and touch somebody's hand. And then it starts downpouring rain. And then she keeps on singing. She sings about another 8 songs. And then the director of the Central Park Conservancy, in a white dress shirt, completely see-through, covered in rain, says, when are you going to end this thing? And she goes, never. Into the Ramble we go. The most wooded area here in Central Park. This is where you see all the wildlife here. Oh, here we go. For 4K Wanderer. Here comes, I smell the weed. This is the spot where people smoke. So somebody's smoking something good. Have I been inside the castle? Yes, I have. It's not too much going on in there. It's kind of like a gift shop, and the view from the very top of the castle is pretty nice, but this stairway kicks your ass. It's like a spiral staircase that you got to take up there. So it always kicks my ass when I walk up those steps there. But it's a beautiful view nonetheless. When we get back to normal times, we'll go up there. So much history. Yep, somebody's smoking some weed. Some ganja. The ganja man. Ganja. Thank you so much, Tracy. Yeah, New York is full of history. It's almost older than the United States itself. Actually, what time is it here? It's we're an hour and 15 into the stream. Do I really want to walk up to 82nd Street? I'm getting to ask myself. You know what? We're going to skip Seneca Village for today. So I don't want to go all the way up there because I want to go down. So the crypts of the catacombs. I've been to the crypts and catacombs, and you cannot get a signal down there because it's underground. So good to see you there, horror fan. I appreciate that. But yeah, I can't. You can't live stream from down there because it's underground. Yeah, the what's it called? St. Paul's Chapel and Trinity Church have catacombs or, chambers like that underground. And I have been to the original City Hall station, subway station, on their tour that they give every year. And there's I try to live stream from there very early on and no signal whatsoever. Yeah, vlog it. It'd be awesome. Thank you so much, 4K. Yeah, Old St. Pat's has a big catacomb. That was the one I was in. Jim. I was in the one in St. Pat's. And because they were giving a tour for tour guides, and I tried to live stream it, and no signal. No signal whatsoever. Yes, you stay tuned in long enough, your IQ score will go up. Guaranteed. Yeah, the original subway station at City Hall is pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. Okay, we went down the easy way. Good. I went down the easy way. Because over there, that's a Swedish cottage right over there. Next swim is on Sunday. Every Sunday, the polar bears swim. All right, so let's walk down along the lake. This is the west side of the lake. Look at that beautiful shot right there. So Olsen and Vox perfected what we now call today forced perspective. So as you see, this looks natural, but it's nothing but natural. But you see how it frames the city, it frames everything. Oh. So a lot of the things they did in Disneyland and in Disney World and all those amusement parks was kind of perfected here in Central Park and also in Prospect Park. All right, money shot, right? Yeah, well, Seneca Village is a few more blocks up this way here, and I feel like I want to start making my way downtown because I want to see how far downtown I could make it today. Let's see how far downtown I could make it. We're gonna really go for it today on the live stream today. I'm gonna really go for it. So Grand Central Station's pretty, but my favorite area in Manhattan is Lower Manhattan. I would live in Lower Manhattan. Lower Manhattan, I like the architecture. I like how everything is close. I like how you're close to the water, and I like how there's plenty of parks around. But good to see you, Blondie. Welcome. Yep, Petulia Clark. She had the right idea. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go along the west side here of the lake, and we're going to make our way down to Strawberry Fields coming up next. So for all you John Lennon fans out there, look how beautiful that is. It's like forced perspective, man. It's amazing. All right, we got to take this shot in here. It's a beautiful shot. I really like this shot. Look at how pretty this is, guys. Besides, if you look this way here, it's really cool because it's all frozen. But then you turn around, yeah, New York, baby. New York. The San Remo Apartments, the Central Park South Tower, 157, 57th Street, Steinway, or Singer, Steinway building right behind it.
So this is a pretty view. You want to pick?
Robinson Lopez, Boa Noite, Brazil. Oh, bom tarde, Brazil. Sorry, it's afternoon. I'm so used to saying good evening or good night out there from Brazil. So when the park first opened up, people used to skate on it, and there's actually an amazing picture of people skating on this back when the park first opened up in the 1880s. And you're not allowed to skate on it anymore. But back when the park first opened up, they would lower the level of the lake just so it would freeze over and people could skate on it. It was quite amazing. All right. My Valentine's Day was nice and quiet, Blondie. Did the radio show all day on Valentine's Day. We did what we do? 6 hours of radio on Twitch. They won't let you skate on there now because they don't intentionally lower the level of the water in the lake anymore. They don't adjust it like that anymore. And plus, since we have two formal ice skating rinks here in the park, there's really no need for it. Yeah, runners are always out here. Runners are always out here. All right, we did 6 hours, right? Yeah. That was a good radio show. Yeah, there's actual formal skating rinks here, so that's why they don't let people skate on the lakes anymore. And plus, it was like, I think it's a maintenance issue too. Well, horror fan, go and follow me over on Twitch and you could find out what it's like for me to do a radio show. Go follow me over on twitch.tv/DutchMoz. So it looks like we have a round of clouds coming in. You want to see the link? There's the link. Nabul with the link. With the quickness. Oh, we got a band playing music down there. Yeah, the sky does look beautiful. The clouds are coming in though. Hopefully the clouds don't ruin everything. It feels good. That vitamin D feels good. Here's the link again. Go follow me on the radio show. Go follow me on the radio show. Oh yeah, Blondie's a lot of fun. Manuel from the Dominican República. Bienvenidos. So now we're making our way up to there. And we're going to go to Strawberry Fields now. See what the scene is like up at Strawberry Fields. Exactly. The only radio show that you, the viewer, controls. Suffice you know how to pay attention. We had some great music requests on Sunday. Some great music requests on Sunday. A lot of great music I've never heard before. That's the magic of the radio show. Hearing music you've never heard before. Wow, Baghdad City's in the house. Good to see you out there in Iraq. Or Iraq. Yeah, that was a bike that passed us. That was a really beefy electric bike there, Tracy. That was a really beefy electric bike. I got to save all my PayPal donations and I'll get that bike. And that was yeah, it did sound like a car. Good to see you, Joe. Yep, we're in Central Park right now. Gonna make our way over to Strawberry Fields. And then we're gonna make our way down towards Times Square, Hudson Yards. We'll walk the High Line, and then we'll see how my feet are doing at the end of the High Line Park. So we have been on live stream now for 1 hour and 27 minutes. Yeah, the day after John Lennon passed away, there was a vigil that went on out here for nearly 3 months. The day after John Lennon passed away, overnight that morning, people gathered. And by the next day at 12 noon, there was almost 100,000 people in this section of the park, which all observed a moment of silence at midnight. And that vigil went on for 24 hours a day until mid-March. And then in mid-March, people began building structures here in the park. And that's when they cleaned everyone out. But Yoko always reminds us to come here on John Lennon's birthday. Oh, I had a studio audience. I had a studio audience behind me. Come here on John Lennon's birthday, October 9th, and celebrate his life, not his assassination. But in 1983, Yoko Ono had this section of the park to be reformed in John Lennon's memory. This teardrop shape area of the park officially opened as Strawberry Fields on John Lennon's 45th birthday, October 9th, 1985. Let's see if anyone's playing. Let's see if anyone's playing music up here. And you can see all the snow is melting like crazy out here. Yeah, shaped like a teardrop. To be honest, the grove of the land here was always shaped as a teardrop, but that's something they added, you know, for sentimental reasons. But there were 18 strawberry bushes from all around the world planted here, up in the grove of grass coming up here to my right-hand side. Unfortunately, strawberry bushes do not last very good in our cold New York City winters. And also the little birds like to eat the berries. So no more strawberry bushes, but the main part is here, and that is the Imagined Mosaic. The Imagined Mosaic is a gift to the city of New York from the city of Naples. A simple black and white tiled mosaic that simply says Imagine. The tiles were made from clay from the volcano at Pompeii. Kind of amazing. Good to see you, Wilbs. Where's the World Trade Center? I don't know where the center is, but the center is downtown. And when we start, if I get a clear view of it, you'll see it. We are making our way downtown. Took much older.
Yeah. I just learned the song.
Oh.
I just learned the song. I'm actually getting the guts up to sing it.
You were doing fabulous, man. You got me in the mood.
It's weird if you're sitting in your apartment doing it and then doing it out here. It's because out here you gotta have guts. You gotta
life stage.
Yeah. Especially here. Man.
Have a good one, man.
Yeah, you too, bro.
You were singing Lovely Rita Made. I love it. I love New York. That's right, Roar the Tiger. Roar the Tiger got the next line of the song. In front of us, here's where John and Yoko lived. It's as old as the Brooklyn Bridge at Dakota Apartments. The building opened up in 1884. And I could show you where Yoko lives. Still does to this day. Even though she lives downtown. but she does still own the apartment, and she is still the president of the co-op board. Now, her and John first moved here in 1973, and over the years, they acquired 3 apartments on the 8th floor. And the only other person who lives on this floor is Roberta Flack. There's some damn good music on that floor. Good to see you, Charlinks. Michelle King with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Michelle. For the $5. Let me show you Yoko's apartment. So, right there at the black railing, there's 4 apartments on every floor. So the 3 apartments that kind of point towards this corner, the southeast corner of the building. Many famous people have lived here. Joe Namath, Jack Palance, Julie Holliday, Julie Garland, Boris Karloff. Oh my God. I know I'm missing a few. Maury Povich had an apartment in there for a time. Some of the famous people who couldn't get apartments in there, they filmed Rosemary's Baby in the courtyard, correct? Actually, that's the only movie to ever film inside of the Dakota, is Rosemary's Baby. Yeah, so this is Yoko's apartment right here. Right here. Lauren Bacall, thank you so much, Evan Wolf. Lauren Bacall. I mean, a lot of people, but some of the famous people who have been turned away from moving in here. Steve Jobs was turned away from here. Robert De Niro, who ended up living a few blocks down over there. But my favorite story was Cher. Cher spent 8 years trying to get into this building, and every time she was denied access. Kind of amazing. And unfortunately, John Lennon was assassinated literally right there at the entrance to the building. Good to see you, Donna Marie. Welcome. Let's continue on. Coming up next, we're going to make our way down towards Tavern on the Green now. Yeah, Cher tried for 8 years to get into Dakota, and the co-op board was like, nope, we want quiet money. Namaste from India. Good to see you, Puneet. Welcome. Usually when I talk about my spiel about the Dakota, there is a little cheat sheet I use to talk about all those people who lived in there. So I don't have my cheat sheet out because I'm using the phone to live stream. Yep, Wilbs, we're going to Zool right now. We're going to Zool right now. Oh wow, Paul. Yeah, you know, there was a statue, like a huge, 3 times the size statue of John Lennon that was placed here in the park a few months after his death, and Yoko immediately had it taken away, and it stands today. That statue is in Liverpool. Good to see you there. Jose Torres. Uepa. Puerto Rico. Shout out to all my Puerto Rican brethren. So yeah, 49 degrees. It is warm. Yeah, I think that is the one in the airport. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that is the one in the airport. That's the one that was here in Central Park for all of a day or two. Yoko does not want anything, did not want, and does not want anything idolizing John Lennon. Yeah, it's almost t-shirt. I'm like borderline when I put my jacket in my bag, but I know that if I put my jacket in my bag, I'm going to get cold. So I'm just going to deal with the sweat. I'll just deal with the sweat for a little bit. Got random people singing in the park. That's kind of fun. Yes, I remember that song 4K. Bare Naked Wanderers. He was always a George Harrison fan, much more than John. Yeah. John Harrison, man. I was out here when John Harrison passed away. Everyone came out here to Strawberry Fields to celebrate his life. And that was a fun night. A lot of good music being played. Thank you so much, Lulu. Welcome. People. It's funny how people attempt to get in front of the camera by walking fast, even though they're not going to get in front of me in time. They know they're not going to get in front of me in time. New York is a totally different place than India. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, what's my favorite song? That's a hard question. Are you talking about Beatles? Or are you talking about just music in general? What's my favorite song? I have no idea. It's a hard question to ask because it depends on what mood I'm in. It depends on what mood I'm in. I mean, now I'm in the mood for Lovely Rita Maid, and then before it was SOS, and all right. As we come up, so over here to my left-hand side, this is the Sheep's Meadow. And before there was a sheep meadow, this was a German family-owned rock quarry. And when they... Good to see you there, Sarge. And when they built Central Park, they had to dynamite out all the rock. And then they put a couple of 100,000 cartloads of topsoil to make it into a beautiful glaze of grass over there. But Sheep's Meadow, as the name suggests, sheep used to cut the grass in the days before lawnmowers. And evidently the first batch of sheep were hand-picked by Frederick Law Olmsted himself. The sheep were here until about 1933. And that is when a lot of people began living in the park during the Great Depression. And during the Great Depression, they were worried that people were going to begin to eat the sheep. So the sheep were then moved over to Prospect Park in Brooklyn, where the sheep lived out the rest of their days until the mid-1950s. But the sheep used to live right here across the street. And today, in what is today Tavern on the Green, an okay restaurant, not the best restaurant in the world, not as famed and storied as it was back in the day, but under new management, everything's a little bit more sensibly priced. Even though I do miss the big, gigantic gorilla climbing the tree covered in Christmas lights. Happy Pancake Day in England. Welcome. More than welcome, Owen. And then right here, right behind Tavern on the Green, we have this beautiful Art Deco building. Here is Zool, the Ghostbusters building, 55 Central Park West. The top 3 tiers of the building were recreated in Hollywood at almost full scale just for the movie. Kind of amazing. Kind of amazing. Tavern on the Green is a landmark building, so it's not going to go anywhere. Good to see you, Natasha. Yeah, it's not going to go anywhere. The Sheep's Meadow here. Tavern on the Green. Where do them stairs go? They go up. Yeah, there you go. They should stream Jersey Shore towns and boardwalks. What are you talking about, Fried Mushroom? Bloody hell. People in their own little tangents. I like blue Because blue is the sky. I like clouds because clouds are in the sky. The snow is on the ground because it is snow. It is tree. Tree is inland. Tree. I mean, when I read comments like that when I'm doing this stream, I'm like, is anyone even listening to me? Is anybody even listening? Got the latency right there for the laughs in the audience. Thank you so much, guys. I could be talking about the Hagia Sophia over here, and people are like, I like blue. It is very warm out here, Jonas. 50 degrees Fahrenheit. It's so warm, I am sweating. All right, let's finish up our Central Park portion of the walk. And we're gonna go to the Petri dish that is Times Square. Oh, he thought I was talking to him. That guy's funny. He thought I was talking to him. Perry people, that's right. Yeah, 50 degrees is a heat wave, baby. Heat wave. That's right, Dave.
Basically like saying
An apartment with grates, that's right. What city am I streaming in? I have no idea. I lost track of what city I'm streaming in, to be honest. And I definitely did not put where I'm streaming in the title and the description of the video. Absolutely, Vincent. What, you talking to me? Actually, Robert De Niro lives in that building right there. Yep, I think this is Toronto. And there's you heard about the construction they're doing with the CN Tower, right? 4K. They took down the saucers from the CN Tower, and they're refurbishing them. So the CN Tower is getting an all new thing right here, all new observation decks. So stay tuned, folks. The CN Tower is going to come back better than ever here in Toronto. A little bit later on in the stream, we'll go down to Sky Dome, and we're going to go look for Domer. Because I want to find Domer, damn it. Yeah, I hate these pencil-thin skyscrapers. If I'm going to live in a building, if I'm going to spend $38 million, I want to be able to open a window. There you go, Justin, exactly. Welcome to beautiful Miami Beach. As you see, Miami Beach got 8 inches of snow over the weekend. So it's no longer shorts weather here in Miami Beach. And yeah, I think Robert De Niro still might have his place on James Street. I know he has 2 places. He has one downtown and one up here. And they do change their homes all the time, so I could be wrong. Now it's time to go into the Petri dish. It's time to go into the Petri dish. I could feel it. So King Kong, well, in 1932, the King Kong version in 1932 was filmed in Midtown. And then the King Kong version from 1976 was in Lower Manhattan. Oh, this is D.C. Yeah, we're in D.C., folks. We're in D.C. and the Capitol insurrection happened right down the block over there, next to the CN Tower. And I like blue. That's a good question. How many states have I visited? Not a lot. Let me see. I visited Illinois, New Jersey, Connecticut, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Washington, D.C., Virginia, Maryland, and that's it. That's it. I wasn't counting, so do the math. Do the math. Even Utrecht. I've been even to Utrecht. That's right. I've been even to Utrecht. Good to see you, Cheryl. Good afternoon. Yeah, I've been to Delaware. Have some relatives who live in Delaware. In Delaware. Interesting character. Interesting. Gulf and Western Building. Oh yeah, I've been to Pennsylvania. That's right. I've been to Pennsylvania. Good to see you, Daniele from Italy. Buongiorno, Italy. Am I on a scooter? No, I'm not. Dave with a $10 super chat. 10-pounder super chat. Thank you so much, Dave, for the 10-pounder. I'm glad you got a good joke out of that. Glad you got a good laugh out of that. Yep, I am on foot. I'm walking. Yes, indeed, and I'm talking about you and me, and I'm walking. Yeah, and I heard it's a nice place, New York. I heard it's a nice place. All right. Let me, and 4K Wander with a $3.99 Canadian super chat. Thank you so much. You're more than welcome for the Nightbot tips. I hope they worked out. The Nightbot is a little complicated, but I think that's the interface. The interface makes it look complicated, so that's the problem. That guy was the guy who went to the outside of that couple running right there, he was about to do something really dumb. I think it was throw a swing at me. But I gave him the evil eye, and he backed off. The joggers here in the park are so fucking aggressive sometimes. All right, time to leave the park. Time to leave the park. Go to Columbus Circle. All right. As I get back amongst people, let me put on my mask. Time to mask up because I'm going to be around humans. That means I'm going to have to walk a little bit slower. No, it's fine being taken out by a bike. It's bad being taken out by a jogger. These joggers have things up there behind. Anyway. There you go, Dave. All right. Into Times Square we go. Next stop, Times Square. And sorry about the wind noise, guys. Do not have the wind connected. Do not have my microphone connected because it's not very windy, so I decided to forego the microphone today. So sorry about the wind noise if it gets windy. Ain't no match for squirrels, nope. That ain't chocolate, kid. That ain't chocolate. Oh, where are you? All right. Columbus Circle. Here we are. Time to go down Broadway. Good to see you, Thomas. Welcome. That's funny, Tracy. I will check my shoes. Yes, I will. I will check my shoes. Thomas, I don't feel like climbing up and down stairs right now. So, while I would love to show you the mall underneath because of Columbus Circle, I really don't feel like walking up and down stairs because I'm going to be here for a little bit longer. I'm going to be here for a little bit here, for a hot minute. 59th Street. Yep, the New York Coliseum was right there. And today this is the Time Warner Center, or now has a new name. And then this is the Gulf and Western building right here. It's a spring day as the wind picks up. As the wind picks up. And then this is the Museum of Arts and Design right here. This is a very good museum, and not a lot of people go to it. This is an amazing museum, and not a lot of people even know about. All right, to the Petri dish we go. Yeah, I think it is the wind from the buildings there, Jonas. I have to agree, because it was very calm in Times Square. I mean, in Central Park. I'm calling Central Park Times Square. Go figure that one out. The rain did a number to all the snow this morning there, Cheryl. This is a Brooklyn-bound Q train. The next stop is 57th Street, 7th Avenue. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Actually, oh my God, I know. Isn't it nice to see the sun, Blondie? I almost forgot what it looked like. I forgot what the sun looked like. No, I needed to fall asleep last night. Paramount Underground Theater used next to the G&W building. Interesting, did not know that, Evan. Actually, I had to fall asleep last night, and I watched the video that I love watching when I need to sleep, and that is to watch a loop of the Detroit People Mover. Yeah, famous New Yorkers are now doing subway announcements. I actually heard Debbie Mazar on my way up here, and I love Debbie Mazar. I love Debbie Mazar. She's so pretty. And she's such a Coney Island fan.
Yeah.
You hope somebody gives you your first snow job today? You got. I hope so too. I hope so too. It is, it is warm enough to be riding a bike right now. I would totally ride a bike right now if I had a bike with me. Uh-oh. This is what not to do in New York, everyone. Uh-oh, she's backing up. She's backing up. Let's see if she hurts anyone. Because she is liable. She is liable. She backs up on anyone. Let's see. This is what you don't do when you're driving here in New York, folks. Don't do this. Don't be this Grand Cherokee here. If anything, just don't drive in New York. Do me a favor. Now, she's going to come out the minute the light turns here, so I'm going to make sure to keep the camera on her. Because if the camera's not on her, she will do something stupid. No, she had New York plates. She's just a bad driver. It gets very complicated sometimes driving here in Manhattan, you know? The Cherokee, no, the fire truck already passed through. She had a solid red light. Oh, Coliseum Bookstore. Oh, how I missed that place. Oh, how I missed that place. I missed the Coliseum and, good to see you there, Marley. Paranormal investigation, wow. You live stream paranormal investigations? So I'm not back to work 100%, Blondie. I'm hired on as needed basis. But I do have some work coming up in a couple of weeks. Yeah, right? Right, Lorraine? Everyone's out, including myself. Barnes and Noble, yeah. So many great places. Borders, who remembers Borders? Virgin Megastore. Shout out to the Virgin Megastore. This stream numbs your depression. Well, Nirvana fan, you got it. My job as a tour guide is to distract and to transport you to New York City. Yeah, Tower Records. Oh my God. All those great spots. Hello from Florida. And as we stop right here, got the Applejack Diner. And the Applejack Diner is where the concept for Ain't Gonna Play Sun City came together, in that diner. Right there. Yeah, oh yeah, Cheryl, oh yeah. I'm glad, Blondie. My job is done. The view is amazing. Wait until we get closer. This guy's like, yeah, he is buried in the phone. It's always funny when you could tell when people are completely distracted when driving. Remember that tune? UT, I am near you. Okay. Is this Broadway? Last time I checked, yeah. No, it's not Broadway. This is Brow de Weed. Brow de Weed. That's right, Crazy Eddie. Half price books of New York. Go to Strand. Got to go downtown to Strand. Wow, look at all the water coming off here. Wow. Bloody hell. Sorry about that, Jim. You never know what's going to happen on the stream. Brew de Weeg. There we go. Brew de Weeg. Try to say Broadway in Dutch, the way it ought to be said. Oh, it's the CBS Color Television Studio number 52. Today known as the Ed Sullivan Theater. Home of the Colbert Show. That is a great tune. Yes, indeed. A free shower. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, how many of my teenage years were spent right here? I'll see you later, Lorraine. Yeah, indoor dining is back in effect, 25% capacity. Outdoor dining is still going ahead. How far am I from Central Park? About 6 blocks away. We were just in Central Park for an hour and 45 minutes. Check out the replay. Yep. At Sullivan Theater, the entire run of The Honeymooners was filmed here. When this theater was divided into 2 television studios, this is where the Dick Cavett show taped. And of course, the entire run of the Ed Sullivan Show. Late Night with David Letterman. And now the Late Show with, get to see Amanda. Yeah, Soup Nazi's right around the corner from here. Soup Nazi's still in the neighborhood. He's down on 8th. He's down towards 8th Avenue and 55th. But yeah, we just walked through Central Park. The wandering here in Manhattan continues. We're gonna go through Times Square now, and then we'll make our way over to the Hudson Yards. And then from Hudson Yards, we're gonna make our way down the Highline Park. And then we're gonna see how my feet feel when I get to the end of the Highline Park. Yeah, that's right. Audio Slave did play on top of that sign. Yes, they did. He was in Manhattan on Saturday. Awesome. Hope you had a great day out here in Manhattan on Saturday. Everything changes in this neighborhood, but this spot is still the same. There's actually, you know what? Let's relive a commercial from 1997, because I ran into this commercial last night on YouTube. There's a commercial for The Daily Show, which at the time had Stephen Colbert, and the news team was running down Broadway here on the sidewalk, and they ran down the sidewalk right here, and in the background was the Roy Rogers that used to be here. And then they stop right about here, and then they go into the Sapphire Dolls. They go into Sapphire Dolls. And Sapphire Dolls is still here. I was watching classic Greg Kilborn episodes of Daily Show, because that's when I used to go to the Daily Show every day. Fun fact. Ancestors. Yeah, I have no money. I've been out of work for 9 months. Actually, 10 months now. I've been out of work for 10 months. People asking me for money. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. You think it looks good? The Streets. That's a great band, The Streets. Yeah, Sapphire Dolls is still here after all these years. After all these pandemics. Kind of amazing. Yeah, no, Vincent, sometimes when they come, Vincent, he came to me really aggressive. He came at me really aggressive, and when you come to me really aggressive, I'm in the mood where I go act crazy. So, if it wasn't for YouTube, I mean, you guys with the super chats and with the PayPals, you guys have no idea. You guys have been really helping me out big time. So, it is much appreciated. And when they come at you like aggressive like that, and they try to get into your way, that's when they get crazy. You hear the subway? That's my train. That's the yellow line. The R, the Q, or the R, the Q, or the N trains. And sometimes W, but the W never runs. That W is flaky, man. Yeah, best to stay clear. Yeah, the Stardust is a hoot. Stardust was saved by some investors. So the Stardust is still the Stardust was in danger of closing. And luckily it's not gonna close. What's good to order at Applebee's? Nothing. Nothing. I do not like Applebee's. And no, Dwayne Reed will never die. Dwayne Reed is here to stay. It will never die. It will always be that way. Why? We don't know why. The Brill Building. Here's the Brill Building. So much great music has come out of the Brill Building. Anyway. And Dave with a 10-pounder super chat. Thank you so much, Dave. I'm glad I'm making the pandemic a little bit easier to take. Making it a little bit more tolerable. And believe me, I'm having fun doing this too. So thank you so much. And Jim Thompson with a $5 super chat. You're more than welcome for the walk. And you're more than welcome for the information. The pleasure's all mine. I know traveling is a bit tough nowadays. So I know these live streams are a great escape for you guys. So much appreciated, guys. The Brill, you want to see the Brill Building again? Good to see you, Margie. Here's the Brill Building. This is the Brill Building. Not the Brillo Building, the Brill Building. A lot of music was produced in that building. Right there. Oh no, it's all good, Dave. Dave, it's all good, man. It's all good. We're having fun today. We're having fun today. Yep, that's just the Brill building. No Brillo building. Just the Brill building. All right, here we go. We're going in. We're going in. Roar of the Tiger with a $5 super chat. Paul Simon once gave me the death stare coming out of the Brill building. That's historic there, Roar of the Tiger. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. All right. I can feel it. Yeah, it's coming back to life, Cheryl. Coming back to life. Welcome to Long Acre Square, also known as Times Square. Paul Simon had a resting bitch face, maybe. He might have. All right, here's our Earth camera that we like to use, which I don't think we're going to be able to get on it because of the awning is still here. But here is our, we can get onto it. All right, guys, I want you to go to earthcam.com/Times Square slash New York / Times Square. Sorry, /New York / Times Square. And go to the street camera, because you're about to see me on the street camera. Take a screenshot, tweet it at me, at Dutch Maz, and I will retweet you. From New York and New Jersey, had to live in Iowa for a year. Tomorrow is the only time you get to go back to New York City, at least until July. If you'll love to say hello. I don't know what neighborhood I'm going to be into tomorrow. There you go, Brill Building, home of Neil Diamond, Carole King, and many. Street camera. There's our street camera, and I'm waving to it now. So go to earthcam.com/New York / Times Square. This is the street camera we're looking at that we use all the time on the radio show. And screenshots, tweet them at me at Dutch Maz, and I will retweet you. I'm but a fool. Good to see you there, man. Duffy, you see me. She sees me. Hello. Hello, Earth Cam. I'm crashing the Earth Cam. Crashing the Earth Cam. Crashing. Crash. All right. There it is. Long Acre Square, now known today as Times Square. And I see the ball. Look at that. Does not look great. 2021, baby. 2021. Good to see you, Cheryl. I'm glad you're enjoying the walk. And you see me too. Hello. Hello. All right. Let's continue on. Let's see this really cool art piece in honor of Valentine's Day. You're waving. Thanks for waving back there. Thank you so much, guys.
Someday I'd like to be able to.
All right. Hello there, Simplex. Me too, Sarge. Me too. So evidently you're supposed to put wishes. You're supposed to write the Allied Chemical Building. That's correct.